How I ended up writing this book. I was asked to write about San Pedro and the other villages at Lake Atitlán. And here I am, Carolina, dusting off my corporate finance fingers, sprinkling them with fairy dust and typing away. How little did anyone know that in doing so, they awoke a literal monster. From the moment my fingers touched the keyboards, my enthusiasm bubbled up. My love for the lake, for the stories I carry, and for everything I have experienced here. It keeps me up at night and wakes me up early in the morning. My love for this place is truly beyond words, so I feel deeply honored to be able to write Lake Atitlán and especially about San Pedro. I haven't written in a long time, and even though I used to, I even wrote a book full of naughty stories, The Rose. But don't worry, I'll spare you the juicy details from the lake. After all, I imagine it's the culture of San Pedro and any of the other beautiful villages that brought you to this love serenade of Lake Atitlán, Guatemala. And if you're reading this, chances are you already love this lake or you're about to fall head over heels just like I did. How I ended up in Guatemala. My son was heading to Thailand with his father, and I asked my friend Robin, where could I go? A place that wasn't too touristy, but also not completely deserted, so I could still meet people. He suggested Guatemala. After a bottle of wine, I just booked the ticket, and the next day I thought, where am I going? Is it safe? Does yellow on the danger map may not be okay? But the ticket was booked, and I said to myself, duck it, let's go. That trip changed my life. In just 2.5 weeks, I followed the usual tourist route: Antigua, Semuc Champey, Rio Dulce, Tikal, and finally the place that completely stole my heart: San Pedro Lake Atitlán. I stayed at Vachelao, which had just opened that year, and I've been a fan ever since. My love serenade to Lake Atitlán. A few months later, I returned to the lake to spend more time, splitting my days between San Marcos and San Pedro, with a few days in Santiago to attend the absolutely amazing Cosmic Convergence Festival. Over time, my visits to San Marcos grew shorter and shorter, eventually only a few hours every few weeks or months, or not even that. The main reason: a choco banana from the Chocolate Museum, or a cacao drink from Lava Love, or Moonfish. Even though I live by the rhythm of the sun, don't drink or take drugs, dance freely, meditate, and start my days with sunrise yoga, my heart belongs to San Pedro. This is where people are raw, real, and authentic, where sacred trees still stand and hidden spots remain untouched. I found the most powerful people and healers here, all while the delicate balance between local and foreign is preserved. There's a mutual respect, a beautiful mix of locals, city folk, extranjeros, and tourists. And that's something I deeply appreciate. San Pedro might be known as a druggy party village, and yes, that part exists, but there's so much more. The longer you stay, the more the place and its community will pull you in. Ever since that trip, my heart has yearned for Guatemala. The more time I spend there, the more I feel at home, and the more distant I feel from Amsterdam, the city that I loved for so many years. I often find myself talking about the lake, asking her for reasons not to leave. I tell her how much I love her, more than I could ever love a man. From the first moment I walked the beaches and watched the sunrise in front of Vachelal, San Pedro became my happy place. Even when I'm in Amsterdam, I drift to her during meditation, yoga, peaceful moments, or even moments of despair. She comes to me in my dreams. One day on my way home, I asked myself, why do I love this place so much? And the word that came up was balance. This place is alive: the spirits, the power of nature, the people, the animals. They all move with the flow of whatever life brings. Full moons here are wild, dogs bark and fight all night, people feel edgy, and the strange accidents happen. I tend to stay in on full moons, even though they barely affect me elsewhere in the world. While tourists in San Marcos are busy jumping off a 12-meter high trampoline at the Reserva Natural Cerro Tranquil, I hope I pronounced it correctly. Families in San Pedro head to the beach in front of Vachalao. The water is shallow for miles, so kids and adults can play safely. Dogs splash around, some people bathe, others wash clothes, others fish. You'll hear drumming, see people doing morning rituals, screaming into the lake, dancing and letting it all out. And here in San Pedro, everything is okay. Nobody judges, nobody tells you what to do. There's a beautiful sense of acceptance and people of all kinds. You see local people always smiling, the women in their colorful traditional clothing, most of whom don't drink, while some of the men do. They're deeply religious and often blend that with Mayan rituals. There are locals from the city who came to escape the dangers there for work or simply fell in love with the lake and never left. Then there are extranjeros. Some ran away from something they'll rather not talk about. And the beautiful thing is, nobody ducking cares. And in my 7 years here, now 8 or 9, I don't know, no one has ever asked me where I come from, what I did, judged my behavior, commented on my looks, or questioned my past. It's full acceptance, total freedom, just being. It's generally the strong, full hearted, authentic people, the ones who listen to the lake, who stay and find their place. Being here, I've developed a new appreciation for tattoos, especially hands, necks, and faces. I grew up with tattooed family members, and I've also seen tattoos as an expression of self or art. But yes, I've had friends ask if it means somebody has been in prison, and maybe they have.